recording?
I'm recording.
All of us are recording.
Okay, we're all recording.
Okay, hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Rebootleggers. This is a comedy podcast where we reboot everything that nobody actually asked for. I'm your host, Scott Owen.
I'm Frank Sarah.
And we are joined by very special guest? Special guest. I don't know the modifier.
I'll take very.
Very special. His name is Branson Reese, hailing from somewhere that I don't live in New York, where I don't even live. Is that right?
Yeah, that's true. You don't live here in Greenpoint with me.
That you know of.
That's true. I don't know that you live here. I mean, we've gone through a whole rigmarole if you do live here. Would have been so much easier to just be in person. That's
true. That is very... I'm just like recording from a different room in your house and you don't know.
Well, the podcast is coming from inside the house.
Mm-hmm, that's right. So, Branson, you do some comedy stuff, right? You're an actor, I've seen.
I am. Yeah, I'm a comedian and cartoonist.
I've seen your cartoons. I think they're funny, and that's all I'll say. I'm just kidding. I think they're great.
Oh, thanks. I mean, I think they're funny, and I don't want to talk about it anymore.
So, before we really get into it, I just want to address one thing. So, I've been given a fair amount of shit in my life for having a first name as a last name.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas you seem to have a last name as a first name. Is this a thing you've had to deal with?
Yeah, it's not been ideal. It's just been a lot of like teachers on the first day of school being like, "Oh, did you mean to say Brandon?" At that point in my life, I was like, I'm 15. I've figured my name out.
I know who I am. So is there my follow-up question, are you like a mirror version of someone of a Reese Branson walking around out there? Are you like his mustache doppelganger?
So I've looked up, like, obviously, like when I first got Facebook, I was like, there's got to be a few other Branson Reeses. And there's two others, and they both live within 100 miles of each other in Texas.
Oh, whoa.
And one of them is like, he's like young and he's really friendly. And I used to like tag him in descriptions for shows by accident. And he messages me every once in a while. I was like, hey man, how you doing? How's the comedy going?
What a guy.
And the other one hates me and blocked me right away.
Wonder what they're both doing in Texas. Seems like you're supposed to be in Texas.
Yeah, maybe I should be No, I'm not. No, fuck, I'm not going to Texas.
That's probably the correct response.
I don't. Nothing against Texas, but I don't want to be in it.
That's not an unreasonable thing to not want. I'm not against you in that.
But there are like 100 Reese Bransons running around.
Yeah, seems like
none of them accepted my friend request.
Unbelievable. Seems like.
Yeah.
I wonder if for every Reese Branson, there is also a Branson Reese, but most Reese Bransons find and kill their mirror person.
Oh, yeah, and my guy's just been like asleep at the wheel.
Yeah, or you're just very good at hiding, or he just doesn't care.
I mean, I'm doing podcasts. I'm not that great at hiding.
That's true. Maybe he's maybe he died first.
Oh, yeah, I like lucked out.
Maybe you're good.
I got an old one.
Whew. All right, well, yeah, so as our listeners are probably aware, we normally actually reboot things on this show. We don't just make jokes about our guests' names and insult them. Frank's also here, right?
I am here.
Hey, Frank.
What's up?
I haven't been letting you engage much.
I'm
this
a
episode.
cough boy. I've been on mute.
Oh, you've been on mute.
I'm a cough boy right now.
Frank did not give enough lead time on when he pounded that Robitussin.
Mm-mm.
I assume both of you have heard because we talked about it before the show, and now I'm pretending like we didn't, which never works well. So I'm just coming clean with everybody. This is a bit. We have quite a slew of movies on the way where Universal Studios has decided they're going to reboot just every monster movie they've ever done. And I think that first one coming out is Thomas Cruise in The Mummy. And
oh, yeah.
And so it seemed prudent which seems to be our style lately, is to do a little pre-boot where we beat them to the punch and I think we should give the Universal monsters our own patented spin, and then get it out there first, so then we can get Universal to, I don't know, do they pay us, Frank?
They pay us to not do what we do temporarily.
That makes more sense. So Branson, this is kind of your brain baby, as they say in the business. You understand, you're an actor. Everybody's talking about brain babies.
It's that phrase we all know and love.
Mm-hmm, brain babies. And what are the monsters like when you think Universal monsters? What are the ones you think of?
Oh, I'm thinking Dracula, Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, the Wolfman, Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Man,
the big hits.
Abbott and Costello is on this list.
They're part of that continuity.
I forgot they met the Mummy. They met Frankenstein. Oh man,
that's like canon.
Okay. The reboot that Universal seems to be going for, they're trying to cash in on that shared universe again. Like they want to turn their guys into Marvel people, it seems, with Russell Crowe tying it all together. So, I mean, I guess we got to go with the big ones, obviously, and Dracula has kind of been rebooted to death. So how can we hit Dracula without making him suck? That was not a pun.
Oh,
so this isn't even a joke, but I don't know if you guys knew this. The movie Dracula Untold, starring Luke Evans, that was like a couple years ago. That has been kicked out of the Universal Monsters universe because of how badly the ratings did.
Wait, what?
That was part of it, and they just kicked him out.
I didn't know that they could do that.
I mean, take it all the way. You should the first 10 minutes of this movie are canon.
Yeah.
And the rest are not.
Right. Now that movie is just a prequel to The Hobbit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's got to fit in with something.
Right. Because that's what every movie has to
Things have to be stuff.
Yes, everything has to be something. You can't just be like, oh yeah, that guy, he's just some fucking guy.
It has to be a part of some continent. It's like that. I forget who it was. There was some tweet a while ago. It was like, my favorite Game of Thrones theory is that Jaime Lannister knows who the Muppets are, but he doesn't understand why.
That's awesome. So Frankenstein is a big thing in this, and in the Universal universe, right? Frankenstein.
We did get Hot Frankenstein.
Oh, we did get Hot Frankenstein.
We did?
Was toasty.
Who was Hot Frankenstein?
Harvey Dent from The Dark Knight.
Oh my god! Oh yeah, I do remember that movie.
Aaron Eckhart. He was
Aaron Eckhart,
Toasty Frankenstein.
Toasty Frank. Now I feel like if we're gonna do this, we gotta get pedantic nerd about it, and like thousands of time in the episode, anytime anybody ever calls him Frankenstein, he goes, "Frankenstein's the name of the doctor." Just like really, really push those glasses right up the nose.
Maybe our Frankenstein is a doctor. He went and he got.
But he's also the monster.
Yeah, the monster went and got a doctorate.
That's not bad.
Or like in this one, like there's a scene where somebody's talking to the doctor themselves, and they're like, it's Frankenstein's monster. You're the doctor, and your name is Frankenstein. And he like looks at them. He's like, my name's like Toby. What the fuck are you talking about?
My name's
I named the monster Frankenstein.
That would be even better. We canonize the monster being Frankenstein. Yeah.
In this universe,
right?
You do just call him Frankenstein.
The doctor's like, "What are you talking about? That's never been my name. We've known each other for 30 years."
Yeah, I'm in charge of canon here. Like,
this is good. The canon consultant, Branson Reese.
Oh, yeah, I'll be on. I've got a spreadsheet open now.
Oh, perfect. So, are any of these related at all to their original source material, other than just like their names and tropes? Like, I have not seen the original Frankenstein monster movie.
I feel like everyone gets it.
But I'm just wondering, are we doing so? Frank, we just recently did like a classic literature comic book reboot with the wonderful Christopher Hastings and Carly Monardo, and do we do the same thing where these aren't like the movie monsters, but this is Mary Shelley's Frankenstein meets Bram Stoker's Dracula meets Abbott and Costello, I guess?
Oh, that's a really good point. Do we have to credit all of the original authors?
And if so, can we just go all the way with it and be like, this is straight from literature. This is actually going to be...
Yeah, how many of them are alive to say no? Because otherwise it's a yes.
I think none of them.
Yeah, I would say all zero.
I think we're good.
Unless we take like It from Stephen King or something.
Oh, bring in new monsters.
New, make it the Universal Monsters universe, universally compatible.
He's like the hot like teen.
Where in this case, Universal does not mean the company, but the literal
The world.
all monsters. Well, the universe, Frank.
The universe.
That's good. So what other modern monsters do we have? We've got It.
I guess there's like the slasher guys, like Michael Myers.
Do we bring Michael Myers and Freddy Krueger?
Jason and Freddy.
Alien,
Predator. Also Predator. See, now I like it, but also are they monsters or are they just like horror movie villains? Is there a difference?
I think the aliens count as monsters.
Okay. That's fair.
I don't think Michael Myers like necessarily would count. Because he's just like a guy who's
right.
Because he's monstrous, but he's just a dude.
Well, because it's like, oh, Walter White, like he's a monster.
Well, now hang on. I'm now reconsidering my objections because Walter White leading a team of monsters is kind of awesome.
Is this monsters versus people?
Oh.
So there's supernatural monsters, and they're trying to win the war to be who scares people. Oh. And we have Walter White, and we have Mike Myers, and they're the non-supernatural monsters. And
You're going for literal,
trying to take
literal
back the
monsters
night.
Versus figurative monsters.
Yeah.
I don't think we can take back the night though, Frank.
I guess we can't. Kind of a blunder.
Yeah, that's
reclaim the night. I'm really charmed by the central conflict being like a war between who gets to scare people.
Yeah, I'm into that too. I think there's something there. So, okay, so let's flesh out our teams. What are do they have team names? How
Yeah, why not? Like shirts and skins.
Just shirts and skins.
Yeah.
Monsters that just their skin is that they're a monster, and people that need to wear shirts.
Yeah, or else they go to jail. Yeah, okay, cool.
I love it. Oh my gosh, this is wonderful. Okay, so the shirts, just to clarify, shirts are the figurative monsters.
That's your Walter White, your Michael Myers. So Jason's a shirt, definitely, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jason Voorhees.
Jason's a shirt. Yeah, if it's a human that's crossed like a moral threshold, they're a shirt.
Here's the tricky part: Freddy Krueger looks kind of like people, but he's a.
I think he got traded. I think he started as a shirt.
Yes.
And then,
and there's some
skin.
Maybe there's some resentment there.
Oh yeah.
You think he resents being traded?
Maybe.
That's
or
not
maybe
bad.
he's the one at the end who like brings about. He's like people. We could both be scary.
Oh, he's the one with the heart who brings both teams together.
Yeah, if there's anything I remember about those movies, it's Freddy Krueger like seeking peace at all times.
Yes, he's always trying to reconcile the two sides that are in conflict. That's true. Okay, so
he's the most like Jimmy Carter of any of our monsters.
Yes, I mean if
the Jimmy Carter of the horror world.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm just gonna pull up a Google Doc here, and I'm just gonna share it with the both of you so that we can really write this down, because otherwise I'm gonna forget everything that we're saying. Okay, so the shirts, we have Walter White, and not Frederick Krueger is now on the skins. How do you spell Krueger? With a K? Yeah, and then
I think you got it. Yeah.
Who's the guy from? We said Michael Myers. What about like Regina George from Mean Girls?
Absolutely. I would throw in Billy Zane in Titanic too.
Oh yes.
And Billy Zane in Karate Kid. That's Billy Zabka.
And I think Billy Zane as a man, I think Billy Zane himself is like amoral.
Yeah. It will be Billy Zane as Billy Zane.
Yeah.
Okay. And then for skins, we've got a xenomorph and
just the one, probably.
Just the one. The queen? Nah, she's too big.
Nah, just a
xenomorph. And do we go with the classics? Frank, what's a CFBL?
A Sith Bolt would be the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Oh, okay.
Oh, of course.
We're trying to make that. He goes by
Siffy.
He doesn't talk. It's cool. It's like a Chewbacca thing.
He goes. I was. Gonna say,
but like only the Wolfman can understand him.
Yeah.
That's very good. Now, which Frankenstein and Dracula do we have? Do we have the pop culture ones or the
The
classic
Bela
literature
Lugosi
ones?
versions of both.
The who?
The Bela Lugosi versions of both.
Frank, refresh me on what those are.
So Bela Lugosi is an actor from the 30s and 40s.
Okay.
And he played both. Well, he played Frankenstein later, but he played Dracula. He's just a very pale man.
What if...
You know what? Go ahead and scrap that.
No, I don't mind it. Here's what I'm thinking. What if Frankenstein and Dracula, we smash them into one boy?
Fracula.
Mm-hmm. Frankula?
Drakenstein?
Yeah.
Drake? Oh! Drake and Stein.
Drake and Josh.
Okay, yeah. Like a Jekyll and Hyde thing?
Can we get...
Oh, Jekyll and Hyde's a skins.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, right, those dudes.
Well,
it's like Dr. Jekyll is a shirt
and
Mr.
Hyde is a
skins.
skin.
Oh, he's a flex.
He's a free agent, as they say. Do we get Drake to play Drakenstein?
Drake Bell from Nickelodeon.
I think we get Drake. Yeah, I think we try to get
Yeah,
Drake.
I think we're into it.
Yeah,
and realistically, we can't do it.
That's probably better. I meant the Canadian rap artist Drake.
Yeah.
But Drake Bell from Nickelodeon, I think, is the more
I think between the two of them, Drake Bell would say yes.
I think Drake Bell is also just far more recognizable on screen than Drake, the Degrassi boy.
I don't know. There's hours of footage of him in that wheelchair.
So, there's a lot of Degrassi wheelchair footage.
Guys, I've never seen Degrassi.
Hey, can we just use like cut and paste wheelchair footage from Degrassi? I bet you between the 6-7 seasons he was in, we can get most of the syllables.
The lighting just like shifts dramatically from like word to word.
Here's a thought. How about our Wolfman also encompasses the Teen Wolf?
Oh, okay, yeah. Because he had to be a teen at one point.
He did have to be a teen.
I'm thinking we make all of these characters a teen.
Yes. So, Branson, we do these reboots to air on our very, very real network, the NBCW, where our only requirement is everyone has to be very hot.
Oh, cool. It's like the Archie reboot.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly. That was actually one of ours.
I was actually going to say it wasn't one of ours, but you'd think it was based on how exactly like everything we do.
Have you guys seen it?
No, is it like exactly what you'd expect, or is it like good?
It's exactly what I would expect, and I'm loving that.
Okay.
It's crazy that Cole Sprouse is in it. He's Jughead, I think, right?
So are they?
So Zach and Cody are in it.
So are they like unapologetically like, yes, this is like we're gonna buy into this, but we're kind of aware of how ridiculous this is, or are they like trying real hard to be taken seriously?
I can't tell, and I don't care.
That's
either
fine.
way. It just seems like it's as if they read Archie comics like 3 or 4 times. They're like, yeah, we get the idea, which is great. I don't want them to like be respectful of the Archie universe.
Yes. Okay. So the conflict? So we've got the Teen Wheelchair Wolfman. He's also Dracula, though, right? He's Drakenstein.
Well, so we're using old footage of Drake from Degrassi illegally.
Right.
Okay. Cool.
Yes. Is he the doctor?
I think that we can't have one person be everything.
That's fair. Now, here's an important question. Is he always a Wolfman, or is he, the normal Wolfman where he is sometimes a regular boy?
I think that when he's not the Wolfman is when he's the Dracula.
Oh,
is when he becomes a Dracula.
Oh, it's just like out of the frying pan into the fire.
That's pretty good. Now, is he
He
still
can either be a Dracula or be a Wolfman.
Okay, so
now that we've opened this door, we don't have to hire any new actor. We can just like any footage that exists on Earth, we can just use.
That seems to be the way to go. For
just
all of this,
cut and paste, and then some light ADR by our in-house crew.
Mm-hmm. Who will just be, I think, the 3 of us just doing all the voices.
I feel like that's easiest.
Just light ADR too. If we don't want to do
very
it,
light.
Very light. One of those.
Hey.
No.
Ah.
We pretty much just covered it. We're done.
I actually think just over the course of this episode, we'll have all the words that we need, and we can just cut them up. Maybe I'll send you guys like a list of words we just need to make sure we have covered. But other than that,
We just make all the vowel sounds and all the consonant sounds.
oh, that'd be perfect.
A I O U Ts A K.
Oh, and then
That's me. We're good.
And then also the burp sounds. Okay, so we need a couple more skins, I think. Shirts are kind of dominating this list, but skins is a lot easier. Are Abbott and Costello shirts or skins? This is important. I demand they be in this movie. This is.
I think they're like a R2D2 C3PO. Like,
Oh, that's very good.
it's like worm's eye
Tag-alongs.
view.
Who are we rooting for? Like, there's got to be good guys and bad guys, right?
I think it's. Oh yeah, I guess you're right. It's just that they're all bad guys that we're rooting for.
Which
Yeah.
is I mean, Suicide Squad is a thing.
Maybe this spurns a dialogue. So these
Yeah.
the skins monsters, they wanna see. I keep wanting to say things like collect scares, but that's just straight
That's
up
Monsters,
Monsters
Inc.,
Inc. And I
but-
feel like we can do better.
Yeah, they want to. I mean, you could say Harvest. I got one from Skins. You got the Jeepers Creepers guy,
Oh, the peeper taker.
Oh
The-
yeah,
the Peeper Eater. That's what.
Yeah, the purple peeper eater.
the Babadook.
Yeah, is he all of those things? Is he the Babadook?
No, that's another skin.
That's
No, the
another
Babadook
one.
is a thing.
Babadook. Jeepers Creepers, Peepers Eaters,
I mean, you got the
and-
Blob.
and you got Justin Long from Jeepers Creepers.
So we're rebooting all
Mhm.
of them, but Justin Long would still play the Justin Long character.
I think he might be. Yeah, or maybe he's.
Does Justin Long ever not just play Justin Long?
Yeah.
And I'm perfectly okay with that. Don't get me wrong.
I mean, I don't
big
know.
fan.
I have to assume Branson, as an actor, you know every other actor personally.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Justin Long and I are tight, and he
Yeah.
just a moment ago informed me that he's only played characters similar to his own type.
Okay. Did he mention anything about like his interest in monster movies?
Yeah, I mean, we can assume that it's a moderate to high interest.
Mm-hmm. I mean, look at him.
The guy
Makes-
loves monster movies.
It makes sense. You can just tell. You just look at him, and there he is. I guess they don't necessarily have to be. Maybe we don't. Here's what we. Instead of us trying to push an agenda, as it were, we just present this story and let the audience decide who's the protagonists and who's the antagonist. So maybe it's a real think piece.
Maybe it comes down to personal. So would you rather be killed once? Really, would you rather have a 5% chance of maybe being killed right now by the skins, or would you rather have a 50% chance of being tortured over a long period of time by a skin?
You mean a shirt?
What did I say?
Skin.
Sure. Yeah. Would you rather the very narrow shot of a hairy thing eating you,
Mm-hmm.
or would you rather the much more likely scenario that you're alive but you kind of hate everything that happens?
Right.
Mm.
And that's just down to personal preference.
Yeah.
I mean, I
we
think
can have
the other.
we can have tweet voting.
could have tweet.
Oh
voting.
yeah, you just film different endings and whatever
yeah.
the tweets
That's a
say.
thing that we do a lot.
Oh, right in the theater.
I
You
don't-
buy your ticket and then you put the end of your stub in a box for which ending you want to see.
We've pitched that so many times. Branson, what were you just saying? I think it sounded like you had an idea there.
Oh, I mean, there's the other. There's like probably the easiest option is you do the Suicide Squad thing where you keep insisting that these characters are villains and then never show them do anything bad.
Yeah. So like Freddy Krueger is like, I'm a monster. I will never be redeemed. But he's just like constantly like pulling cats out of trees and like helping
Yeah,
children
every
cross the
character in
street.
Suicide Squad, they're like people are just like slamming them up against the wall. It's like you'll never be a good guy, and then they like save the city.
He's like, oh, okay, I'm into that. Freddy Krueger.
I think it's just like they're like sort of rude heroes.
that's that's all it takes. One of them like farts on a train, and then that's branded them for life. Oh man,
Yeah.
what if one of the skins is just a regular guy who did some very minor like offense but has just racked himself with guilt forever.
We already have Justin Long too, so he can just be the guy. Like it's something that's like not even his fault. It was like somebody yelled like catch, and he was like what, and he didn't catch it, but it was like a glass vase.
Yeah.
So now he's a villain.
So now he's a villain
now
because
he's
he
a
let that
villain.
vase break. Is he a shirt or a skin? I think he's a skin.
He's got to be a skin. He's just people. That's the thing.
Oh, and then part of the his personal arc can, like, we can have a fun little dynamic between him and the Jeepers Creepers Peepers Eater, where like they got a history and they don't get along well, but they have to learn to work together if this team's gonna survive.
And the Jeeper Creeper is like, "Don't I know you from somewhere?" And then Justin Long looks at the camera and winks.
Does Justin
Or he
Long...
like tugs at his collar. He's like a yeesh.
Yeah.
Does Justin Long lose his eyes in that movie? Does he get et by the Peeper Eater? I never finished that movie.
I mean, the hardest thing in the
pretty
world
sure he
is to
does,
recall
yeah.
plot points from Jeepers Creepers.
That's fair. Does the monster ever speak? Do we know
Literally,
that?
the only thing I remember about that movie was one of the actors in it has really thin arms.
Oh, yeah.
I just remember looking at a guy's arms and being like, wow, I thought my arms were thin. Those are some thin arms.
Was it Justin Long's arms?
No, it was another guy.
Is
'Cause
Justin
I would
Long
have
the
remembered
Slender
that, like,
Man?
bullet point. Oh, Slender Man's got to be a skin.
Gotta be a skin. Get that Reddit crowd into it. Have you guys seen the Bye Bye Man?
No, what
I'm
is
sorry,
that?
what?
I've not seen it, but it's a real horror movie that just came out called The Bye Bye Man. And it's, as
Good.
far as I can tell, it is not a comedy, but if we had to guess what The Bye Bye Man is, Branson, I'm curious, what's your take on this? As you know, you seem to you're in the loop with most of these things. Like you got there's actors in it. What's the Bye Bye Man to you?
I'm glad you asked. It's to me, it's a man who is killing people. And his like calling card is before he like kills them. He like very ironically says bye bye, and then they die. Man, I can't wait to not see that movie and hear everyone's take on it anyway.
Mm-hmm. We're looking at 23% on Rotten Tomatoes, so probably great.
23%?
23. That's
a weird.
It's pretty good. It's like almost 25. That's like almost 100.
If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. 25 is basically 100.
It's basically 100 in comparison to other much larger numbers.
Yeah, the Bye Bye Man is basically Man on Wire.
Right. Man on Wire. Is he a shirt or a skin, the Man on Wire?
I certainly agree that he's a monster.
Mm-hmm.
He's so self-important in interviews. I think he's a shirt.
That dude's a shirt. And do we get Joseph Gordon-Levitt for this?
Yes.
Gotta get that JGL. Okay, so I think we've got a pretty good team here. We can add and remove as we need to. But so what's our Branson? Set the scene for me. What's our plot? Just give me the whole plot. No, what's our?
Sure.
How do we start this? Like, what's the conflict? Give me the whole plot if you got it. But
I think I'm just gonna steal the famously successful Space Jam engine.
Oh my gosh.
We've got the shirts. They're minding their own business, just like being
terrible.
No, I'm gonna switch that. We've got the skins minding their own business. I think the skins are our heroes.
This sounds more likely.
The skins are minding their own business in like horror world where they live, which is like, I think it's sort of a Nightmare Before Christmas where it's like, this is a bad and scary place, but the people are happy and you know, it works on its own logic. And something happens where like Jekyll and Hyde, or who do we have in the middle? Or like Freddy Krueger is like cast out.
Yeah. Okay.
He has to go.
What if
he comes to our real world and discover? And there's a few shots of like maybe like I Love LA plays as he like is in LA. He's like, well, these are the real monsters.
Well, and maybe so Freddy Krueger, his brand of villainy, like while he is a monster, but his specific brand is a far more psychological thing. Which fits more with the shirts. And so maybe he's always kind of been a little bit of an outcast where the skins are always like, look, man, why don't you just go stab him? What do you got to do all this dream shit?
Yeah, our deal is to slowly creep up on like a teen in a car. Like, don't get in their dreams. That's too much.
Right.
He's like, I'm out of here, man.
It's like, you guys, you don't get it.
He travels through the Warner Brothers logo or however I forget how it works in Space Jam.
Is the portal in a golf course?
Yeah, I think so. He comes out of a golf course and attacks Michael Jordan and Larry Bird and Bill Murray
and Wayne Knight.
And that's
Wayne
just
Knight.
it's just a nice he kills him probably.
Yeah,
But
there's
not-
like no further plot thing, and we don't know if they were good or bad men. They're just like his first victims.
And Bill Murray
Yeah.
gets a wonderful like deadpan cameo.
I think Bill Murray looks into the camera and he's like, "I'm sick of showing up at parties. Just let me be an old man without turning me into a meme."
I don't want to be a bumper sticker anymore. Okay.
He's like a bad dude though, so I like maybe we just kill him.
Okay.
Just
Bill,
gone.
Bill Murray's dead now.
Bill Murray's like about to say something clever, and Freddy Krueger's like, "Give it a rest."
Yeah, okay. Okay. All right, so then does Freddy seek out the shirts? Is he like there's got to be monsters, or is he just like
One of the shirts finds out that someone's horning in on their territory.
Yeah, I think he's just like, all right, I live in this world now,
and he
and
starts
they are like, it's a turf war.
Yes. So he starts going into dreams. Now Freddy
He goes into the wrong dream.
of Regina George, who is a teen, because he mostly focuses on teens, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he wants to get those teens.
And Regina,
So he interrupts like the Mean Girls universe.
Yes,
Yeah.
and Regina does not take kindly to that, being a monstrous
fan.
monster herself. Her dreams are fucked up, even by Freddy's standards. And so he
He actually tries to escape, but he can't.
Oh,
does
she like flips
trap
the
him?
script on him.
And then she calls. What do they have, like an Entmoot of all the shirts?
Yeah, probably.
she's just
At,
like got all their cell numbers.
She puts out the signal.
This is a good chance for some advertising revenue. Do they all go meet at like Friendlies?
Oh yeah, we got to get that sponsorship. Maybe they meet at a
IHOP.
a TGI Fridays.
What says so? Terrible, awful people all get
Applebee's.
together to talk about being awful.
It's
Where do they
Applebee's.
go?
It's Applebee's.
Applebee's. It's Applebee's.
It's got to be Applebee's.
Just the worst.
And then we do like a funny little joke that like the CEO of Applebee's is himself a monster, because why would you do this to the public?
I think we have like it's like every business owner
Yeah.
like just all stand up and they're like, yes, all business is evil.
We can make a joke. We can have one of the monsters be like, well, now that we've got one of our own running America, and then they all turn and wink at the camera.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Okay,
I
you
also
know
think
who
there's
we're talking
probably-
about.
There's a joke where like some famously like beloved person
Yes.
that nobody has any problems with, they're like, oh yeah, this is a sleeper agent.
Shirley Temple.
Shirley Temple.
A little bit late.
Relevant.
Yeah. We did sleep on that one a little too long. But we'll get them next time.
Damn it.
Yeah, we never activated that sleeper cell.
So yeah, they'll be like, okay, so we make a joke about how, are we actually going to use the one this time? Because, Shirley Temple was pretty much a waste.
Yeah, like Fred Rogers.
Oh, geez, Bob Ross. Just
All
tearing
these
down,
just like sleeper cells that like nothing happened with them.
tearing down my
They just-
heroes. They'll be like,
Their
yeah,
time
so
their time never came up.
So that'll be okay. So that's the thing. That'll be what we do. We introduce the new sleeper, and then we get the dissenting member of the Shirts Council, who's like, "Look, should we really be doing these? Because none of our sleeper cells have done anything." And then he just goes through the list, and it's like, Bob Ross, Fred Rogers, Shirley Temple, Mother Teresa. I don't know, just like people who
Kareem
are all
Abdul-Jabbar, just
wonderful
everybody.
people. So what would our modern day sleeper be?
Oh, this is depressing. I can't think of any like good person.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. The Pope. No, that's not.
Who do people? Who do? Hold on a second. I'm gonna Google nice people.
I'm gonna go Jennifer Aniston. This is a lot harder than I thought it would be. Honestly, as soon as I asked this question, I really thought we would all have an immediate person in mind, but there's like nothing.
So I just Googled nice people, and the first 5 results are all like
Bill
it's a
Murray.
picture of 2 bears holding each other's hand or like a smiley face. Like there's
Yeah.
no human beings.
George Takei.
George Takei.
Oh yeah,
Oof.
he's nice.
He's
People
nice.
say he's nice.
I mean, you know him. You're both actors. I imagine he has you over for brunch on the reg.
Oh yeah, his like 24-year-old social media runner, whoever like runs his social media
Right.
presence.
Right.
He's like 80. There's no way he's on Twitter, right?
Yeah, that can't be
I don't
him
know.
for real. He tweets a lot though.
So maybe that is an old person thing.
Maybe he is the like most. He's not the newest sleeper. He's the latest in the run of sleepers that have never been used. And the current sleeper is Dwayne Johnson.
Can we get Aaron Paul?
Is he a good person?
We can get him.
Can we get Aaron Paul right now? Frank, do you have his number from that time?
Oh shit, one sec. Yeah, no, it looks like I washed those jeans.
Damn it. Why'd you write it
that's
on your
I
jeans?
had the note in the pocket.
Why did you write it on your jeans?
Well, at the time it made sense, because you just lose paper, but you're always wearing the jeans.
Ugh. Who would have thought that backfired? So is he a nice person? Is he like a
I think he's a nice person.
I think George Takei is in this movie, maybe he's like a sleeper cell, but the argument is that George Takei is evil and has always been evil. And the movie itself is like arguing that like conservative politics are the only way. We pull like Dark Knight and it has like a truly conservative message.
We just lean so hard into, and now you're all watching a political commentary.
At the very end, all the skins just like look at the camera and say it's about personal responsibility.
And they all say, "And who's the real monster?"
Yeah.
All of us except for Ayn Rand.
Yes. And she sits up from her tomb and is like, "Hello." I guess Jimmy Carter's, well, he's too old. Man, what if we just said we invent a new nice person? And his or her name...
John Everyman.
John Everyman.
Cal Ripken Jr. Cal Ripken Jr., a good man.
Okay, Cal Ripken Jr. How is Senior, though?
He's passed away.
Okay.
And was, I think, like,
Off
really tough on him as a coach.
All right, Cal Ripken Jr. He is our existing sleeper, which is topical. Like, he's
really in the public eye.
No, if this movie had come out in 1998, boy.
What if we flip it even more and it turns out that, like, Charlie Sheen is the world's best person? You guys don't like it. I can tell you guys don't like it. That's fine. You guys don't like it.
No, he started out as the world's best person. But he's been a farm for the skins.
A skin farm?
Yeah, maybe we don't phrase it that way. But
in what
the
way?
skins have been like feeding off of him for so many decades.
Why do the skins feed off good people?
Psychologically, yeah.
No, that's the shirts who do the psychological. The skins.
Oh, I'm sorry. That is the shirts. I'm not gonna stop mixing them up that way. So,
all right.
The shirts, yes. He's been basically a mind prisoner of the shirts for almost 30 years by this point.
Man, and then they release him, and he goes into like the Avatar state. His eyes and mouth just like glow white.
Yes.
Yes.
And he is just like the goodest.
Yeah.
Okay, so is Freddy Krueger trapped within? Let's actually get back to our plot here. We really stalled out on trying to find a good person. Is Freddy Krueger trapped in Regina's mind during this council meeting of the shirts?
I think Regina called it to like let Freddy out into the room and say like
she like spits him out and he just like falls into the center of the ring where
she just like blows her nose really hard.
Yeah, and so the middle of the room is like it's just like a single spotlight, and then they're all sitting in a circle on this like raised table, desk, whatever, like above and around him, and they're all shrouded, and then like the lights slowly like come on each of them, and we pan around and reveal who all of the horrible people are.
Oh yeah.
And then okay, so then what's their? What do they do to Freddy? Are they kicking him back to Skin World? That's a bad name.
I think they're intrigued by the existence of Skin World that they didn't know about. And they're like, oh no, you're gonna take us there.
Yes.
Oh,
take us to Skin World. And do we keep up with the Space Jam and they have to play basketball?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Because I'm
or some other like a made up sport, like fear hockey.
Now
it's gotta be fear hockey, yeah.
Well, so Frank, you're aware that basketball is not a made up sport. It's a sport that people play in the real world.
If you wanna play this game, everything is made up.
Yeah, all sports. No sport occurs in nature.
Well, now you say that, but have you seen the Woodland Basketball League?
I can honestly say no, I have not.
It's pretty incredible. You've got your squirrels and versus rabbits is the biggest rivalry. You should see those rabbits dunk. And, and then, okay, so they're going to play fear hockey. What's fear hockey, Frank? Tell me how fear hockey works. Now we got to make up a sport.
Well, we don't. No. It's just hockey, but instead of a puck, it's the metaphysical representation of somebody's sanity.
Oh.
But
And
it
the skins...
functions exactly like hockey.
Yes. But everything's just dumb different words. Instead of points, they call them like spooks. Spookies.
Scare points.
Scare points.
Scare points.
Or frights.
Or frights.
Oh, frights is good.
Frights is real good. Okay. Branson, are we in your bathroom right now?
No.
I hear a lot of...
Could we be?
Could we be? I hear a lot of water and echoing.
Oh, no, I was just pouring a glass of water, sorry.
Oh, that makes more sense. It just kind of sounded like you tried to take us to the bathroom with you.
Oh my god, no, that would be very irresponsible.
Okay, so they have to play this fear hockey, and...
For the world, smaller stake?
Yeah, so, I mean, are the shirts trying to enslave the skins?
Yeah, I think so. I think they are truly more evil.
Yes.
Yeah, the ultimate goal is that the monsters aren't as bad as people. People are the worst.
How often does Walter White talk about being the one who knocks in this movie, do you think?
I think it's like one time.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like one choice, like climactic moment where like he slams someone's head in the door. He's like, I'm the one who knocks.
And maybe he... Okay.
Yes.
Maybe... or maybe...
Oh, they're all walking to like the meeting house, right?
Yes,
and then
exactly
somebody reaches up to knock on the door, and then Walter White goes, "No." Yes, I'm the one.
Maybe he doesn't even say it. Maybe someone just goes to knock, and he grabs their hand and then like just stares them down until
gives
they back
a little
away,
shake, no,
and then he knocks.
Oh yeah.
That's one for the true fans.
I also think there's like a climactic, like while all of the skins and shirts, like they each get like paired off, and it's like one-on-one fighting.
Yes,
I think he's up with the Babadook.
Yeah,
who came out of doors, right?
I don't know where the Babadook came from.
I saw that movie and I was distracted by how much that movie made me hate the kids so much that I was like on the Babadook side by the end.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be so perfect, because if it comes out of doors and he knocks on doors.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's very good. Okay, so Babadook is the door boy. And I imagine does he ultimately overpower Walter? Does Walter, like, snort blue meth before the fight?
Oh, yeah, he gets high in his own supply.
Mm-hmm.
For the first time.
But that's true. He should have known better, but he is driven to this. Like, he is desperate.
Yeah.
To enslave those skins. Okay. I like this idea of pairing off. So Walter White and the Babadook, who else?
I think Billy Zane and the alien.
Okay.
I think the alien just like makes very short work of Billy Zane.
One of these pairs has to turn into like a love story.
Oh yeah.
Love across the aisles. We do not have a good... is this our failing or the failing of Hollywood? But we do not have a lot of women characters on this list of team members.
Well, there's the Bride of Frankenstein as a skin.
Oh, totes a skin. Okay.
I think I'm comfortable gendering Godzilla as a woman.
Oh, for sure. I mean, if this is Godzilla 2000, then yes.
Oh, it is. Yeah, that's the only Godzilla I'm interested in rebooting.
Solved.
Yeah. Okay, and then Regina George and Godzilla fight?
They could.
But it gets Randy?
No, it doesn't get Randy. I mean...
I think they fight and Regina George beats Godzilla and she, like, gets in Godzilla's head.
Yes. She just, like...
And just drives him around like a robot.
She just verbally assaults Godzilla and, like...
Like, wow, you're huge.
I love
Some thunder thighs.
Yeah.
Where did you get that bracelet? I love it. Just like chipping away at her self-esteem that, you know, Godzilla was in a good place and Regina George has undone everything. Okay, so then who's our love story across the aisles? Justin Long and Bride of Frankenstein? Much against wait, who's our Frankenstein character? That's Drake, right? Drake's still Frankenstein. Drake is very upset about this.
What if Billy Zane and the Xenomorph are in love?
That's even better. And
I'm
you know what? It makes the most sense. Like
Yeah.
as soon as you say it, it's obvious.
Like, yeah, which person on this list is the most likely to want eggs laid inside of their body flesh?
It's obviously Billy Zane.
Billy Zane.
It's gotta be Billy. So do they sit it out? Do they fake fight?
I think they do fight. Have you guys seen Fate of the Furious yet?
Not yet.
Oh, I'm so close. I'm doing it this weekend.
I think I don't want to spoil anything, but it's like truly not plot driven movie.
Based on the trailer, it looks like Dom is forced to change sides, but he's faking it.
But guys, they're family.
And Dom's all
yeah.
about family, but
Dom's all about family.
More than that. There's like two characters in it have such good like fight chemistry that they like become buddy. I mean, that happens in every Fast and Furious movie, but like,
is it The Rock and Jason Statham?
I mean, yeah, I didn't want to ruin it, but like, who was gonna be surprised by that?
Right. The trailers made it seem pretty obvious that Dwayne and Jason would become best fight bros.
I mean, I love that in all of those movies, the way that like the main villain in the next movie like joins the team and it's fine and there's no conflict.
Yeah, you're right. It's classic. It's all just like, yeah, we're friends now. I don't care that you tried to kill me. Yeah, let's be buds.
I think Billy Zane and the Xenomorph like never speaks and it just like hisses at him.
Yeah.
But like Billy Zane keeps having this like witty repartee with the Xenomorph as they fight.
Mm-hmm.
And like he, in a powerhouse performance by that actor, just like you see him falling in love as they continue to fight. And the fighting is part of what they love.
Fly.
And so you like zoom in on it's like slow-mo, like zoom on like his face and you see like his eyes just like staring at her, and then we zoom on the Xenomorph's face, and because she has no eyes, it's just like snarling, but
it's truly just like hissing. Yeah,
you can see the love still.
But like, yeah, Air Supply is playing.
Yeah, and does he kiss the big mouth or the tiny mouth? This is the question.
I think he alternates.
I think he kisses the big mouth, and you can tell that she puts the little mouth like into his mouth.
Oh,
and he, like,
little French. Oh.
And he like comes and like winks at the camera. And he's like, oh, cheeky, I like it.
Oh, this is gross. This is gross, you guys. But
if by gross you mean hot,
pretty toasty.
This is gonna satisfy a lot of crowds.
How does Billy Zane handle the? Oh, I guess this got acid blood, not acid saliva.
I think it's a post-credit scene too, where it's like we sort of lose track of them, and then there's just like a shot of him sitting with the Xenomorph on like a park bench, and he's got a huge like bandage all over his chest, and there's blood stains, and there's little like half Billy Zane, half Xenomorph babies running around. Is this like
so fast
a flash forward, or do they just do very quick work?
I think it's like a flash forward to like a year later.
That's great. Oh, that's very good.
And I think the Xenomorph is still just like hissing at him and like might try to kill him.
Yeah, but its tail is draped over his shoulder.
Yeah.
Like they're having a nice day at the park, and then it kind of zooms out into the sky, and like all around them is panic.
Yeah.
Oh. Are they in Skin World or the Meat Space? Wait, what do we call Shirt Town? Is it just called Shirt Town?
I think
it's
that's
just
our
called
world.
Earth.
I think they're in. Yeah, I think they're in normal Earth, and it's just like a beautiful day at the park.
Okay, so we know how this resolves for those two characters, but which team ultimately wins? How does this resolve?
I think so. What happens is with like Charlie Sheen, like somebody activates him. He turns into this like angel. His wings unfurl.
Somebody activates him as good or bad?
As good.
Okay,
as good.
They activate his tiger blood.
Yeah, they break the seal.
What's his thing? He's a Vatican dinosaur assassin. What's he say?
He's like he reveals himself to be like the true Van Helsing.
Oh, that's really good. High Priest, Vatican, Assassin, Warlock. That's right. That's the thing he said.
All right.
He was.
What a title.
So that is the greatest thing that I've ever heard a person say about themselves. So
Right.
he is now a High Priest, Vatican, Assassin, Warlock. And his powers were locked away.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit, dog. That is how the shirts won control of Earth for the last 30 years.
Oh, Charlie Sheen is the Earth's he's like the vanguard.
He's the protector. And they locked him away.
They doped him up. They gave him so
Yeah.
much heroin.
They gave him heroin and cocaine and tiger blood.
In typical Shirts fashion, they they got in his head and brought him down. Walter White gave the supply. Ooh, Frank, that's toasty.
It all lines up. Oh.
And so I think he punishes the Shirts.
Yes, he does. So
And he sends the skins back to their home.
yeah, he's like, look, we're cool, but you guys gotta go. This world is protected.
Well, then, all the normies in Shirts World and our Earth, they're like, "Thank you, you've saved our planet." And he's like, "Guess again, I'm triggering the apocalypse."
Oh, he's like,
To be
not
continued.
so fast. Yeah, and then we'll have the sequel. Okay, what's the title of this film, by the way?
Fear
All
Hockey and
monsters?
Skin World.
Fear Hockey and Skin Jam. No. Mm-mm.
Ugh.
Scare Jam.
You're gonna get the wrong crowd.
Yeah. Fear Hockey in Skin World is not bad. Do we go with a Doctor Strangelove title where it's
Monster
got
Fight?
4 titles? Monster Fight or something,
Universally collected scare group.
Well,
It's too bad Scary Movie is taken.
Oh.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Dang. Frightening
Fright Fest.
movie.
Fright Fest.
Fright Fest. No, also taken.
Damn it.
It's scary good.
How about just scary good?
Spooky time. Spooky Ween.
Spooky Ween.
Why don't... Okay, so I know that I already did this, but why don't we just lean real into it and make it Six Flags Fright Fest?
Oh yeah.
Get that branding on there.
I'm completely comfortable with that.
Yeah, I think that's fine. And I think Six Flags will appreciate it as well.
And the Fear Hockey game might as well happen at a Six Flags park. Wrap it all up.
We'll film the entire thing at the original Six Flags in unfortunately it's in Texas, but I think we can.
Oh, we might.
Oh,
well,
I know some guys there, so don't worry.
Yeah, we
That's
can look
right.
it up.
Okay, you put out the call to the Branson network.
Yeah, I let them know. I put the signal in the sky.
What kind of what affiliation do you have with Branson, Missouri, which is what I like to call I lovingly call white Christian Vegas.
Yeah, it's the I like the Simpsons. I have the if Flanders ran Vegas.
Yeah. Damn it, somebody already did that joke. Of course they did.
My affiliation with it is I'm named after it.
After it? Is that for real?
Yeah, I've never been there, but that's what I was. I was supposed to be Jessica, and then at the last, they were like, oh, it's a boy.
And then they just pointed randomly at a map? How's that work?
I think my dad was reading a magazine, and there was an ad for Branson in there. He's like, this'll do.
Yeah, that's how I choose all my names. And then he looked over at your fictional brother, Gillette Five.
Yeah, my brother's
Blades.
named People, and my sister's named USA Today.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. Okay, so maybe we can get some of that Branson, Missouri money in addition to our Six Flags sponsorship. And we
Have, Yakov Smirnoff.
Yes, Yakov. Ooh, he's always
Yeah,
talking about
our
Soviet
ultimate goal
Russia.
is to always be self-funded via product placement.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
We find it really keeps things clean.
Yeah,
Let's get
and-
that Yakov money, which exists and is powerful.
Yeah,
Mhm.
do
Both
not-
of those things are true.
Now let's just address this. Is Yakov a shirt or a skin?
He's a shirt, and I think he is the most evil.
Yeah,
And it's not revealed. That's a last moment of the film. It's
right.
Mhm.
Charlie
He's
Sheen
like
is
the Nick
leading
Fury.
us to heavenly apocalypse, and he's like, not so fast.
Yeah, in
In
And then he
America, we have apocalypse, but in Russia, we destroy heaven.
yeah, exactly. And
Yes.
in Soviet Russia, humans apocalypse it's
You know what? We'll think of one. We'll cut it in later.
he can, and so his introduction, it'll be he gets he's just in the background, or maybe there's like one, like we barely see him before this, where he's just like he's performing on stage. Maybe he's performing for the shirts. And
and they're all like, every single one of them is like drinking and like laughing it up and loving Yakov Smirnoff.
Yeah, exactly. And then at the end we reveal like, oh, they were just very scared of him, so they had to laugh.
Oh yeah, he's their boss.
He's their boss. Oh, that's good. That's good. Okay, we didn't do much with Drake or Jekyll and Hyde. Which is fine. That happens.
We'll save
a lot
it. We'll
in
make
this
it a minor plot, a B plot, and then we'll sequel it.
Yeah, a little spin-off.
We'll do a like while that was happening, like sequel that's concurrent.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it's like a Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
make it a whole expanded universe.
Yeah. Now, Frank, are we tying this into the Dickens?
I think we can sit on Dickens for a little bit.
You'd
know about
like
you.
that, wouldn't you?
I would very much like to sit on Dickens for a little bit.
Okay, that's fine. All right. Well, is there anything this is missing? Like, do we need to touch on anything else?
I think we locked it. We got a
We've
title. We
covered
got
a
a
lot of
beginning, middle,
ground.
end.
We have covered a whole lot of ground. And I'm pretty comfortable where we're at. And all right. Well, I mean, if that's, I think we got it. So we'll just we'll call it there. I guess we ship this to Universal, and we
I think with like a ransom note of like, this is the movie you're making.
yeah. Now
Until our
brown
demands
paper
are met,
packaging.
or we'll die.
Now here's the funny thing. I don't know that we added any of the Universal monsters to our teams.
Well,
We
the
really
Wolfman's got a
focused
B
on
plot.
non-universal, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Wolfman got a B plot, and Bride of Frankenstein was there, and we'll just put them all in it somewhere and be like,
They'll be in the crowd.
Dracula and Frankenstein got smashed together into one character that we basically cut.
yes, exactly.
Yeah. Well, they need to put up a roster for the Fear Hockey game, so we'll have a lot of faces there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right. Fear hockey. I thought you just said field hockey. Which could they just play field hockey
I
instead?
feel like we already did Fear Hockey.
Fine. Do we get a moment? Just I forgot. I wanted to touch on this on Fear Hockey. So in Space Jam, there's that moment where Michael Jordan realizes he can stretch because he's in Toon World.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
there?
Mhm.
Do we get a similar moment where the shirts realize they can spook real good?
By being
I just
afraid.
thought of a way to use Dracula and Frankenstein.
Hit me.
So the commentators for the game.
Oh, good. I
And
love
they're
it.
like
Perfect.
like Statler and Waldorf, like two
Yes.
old dudes just
Yes.
like heckling everyone.
Right. That's so good. Just a couple. Okay, great. I love it.
But in my day, we do. It's not like this.
And then and then Dracula's like, oh. He just kind of laughs. I mean,
You
Frankenstein.
disagree? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Frankenstein's still like dumb as hell.
Right. He's like, huh?
Made of the dead.
If Gene Wilder was still here, I would have wanted to get young
Oh,
Frankenstein in.
Oh yeah, it would be too heartbreaking to reboot that without him.
He would have been our ultimate sleeper cell, Gene Wilder.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
Man, this episode got turned into a downer in several instances, but
yeah, a
you
lot
know,
of great people have died.
yeah. Charlie Sheen is the best we have to offer.
Oh boy.
Hopefully we can unlock him someday. All right. Well, thanks for listening so much, everybody. Please tell all your friends. Give us a rating and a review on iTunes. That would help us out a ton. Subscribe on iTunes. Branson, where can people find your stuff?
Oh boy. On everything's up on Twitter, so just at Branson Reese on Twitter. That's like the easiest.
You just a Twitter boy.
I'm a big Twitter
Cool.
boy.
Perfect. I guess with that, we'll sign off. Thank you again for listening. I've been your host, Scott Owen.
I'm Frank Sarah.
I'm Branson Reese.
And Branson, every week we give the listeners a password for next week. So if you want to give us what's our password for next week?
Oh boy, Yakov Smirnoff.
That's good. That's real
Nice.
good.